Hi, everyone. This is Maria Fontana, your favorite intuitive business consultant and growth strategist. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about why you are enough. This has got to be one of the most popular, which is kind of sad to say, but it's the truth. It's the most popular thing that people ask me all the time. When people start working with me and we start working on growing their businesses, people will say, Maria, I just don't feel good enough. As we start to deep dive and really dig into all their personal stuff, things that they're feeling, and the importance of working on themselves personally to develop their businesses, what I find is people are feeling not good enough, especially women. But I work with a lot of men who also wind up telling me, I'm not feeling good enough, Maria. I just don't feel good enough. So let's tackle the I'm not good enough syndrome and squash it once and for all. So let me cover this right now. And I'm going to cover with 3 things that I implemented in my own life because there was a time where I constantly felt not good enough also. And in the journey through divorce, the journey through financial hell, the journey through having to rebuild my life, reconstruct my businesses, I really learned how good enough I really am. And that the only one that was thinking, well, I wasn't good enough, it was my own self-sabotage. So let me dig right in and start teaching you guys what you can do to implement 3 steps to start feeling and really owning that you're good enough. First and foremost is, what's this story? Who told you the story? I want you to write this down. Who told you the story? Where did you learn this? Was it a caregiver, a parent, a family member, a teacher? Most of us have been told a story that has created us to feel not good enough. These stories are just not true. And honestly, folks, you got to let go. I learned this years ago from a healer, Louise Hay, that I followed when I began my healing work. You have to forgive the people that raised you, the caregivers, your parents, whoever it might have been. They were only doing the best they could with what they knew how. So honestly, it's not their fault. They were truly doing the best they could. And the best they could, that may have been all it was. So you have to let that go, forgive them, honor them, and love them from a distance in a place of love, and move past that. The person you are as an adult now you as an adult, it is your responsibility to really deep dive into your soul and say, what is my story? And what's my truth? And what have I been told that wasn't true? And sometimes this really hurts when you go there, but it's so liberating when you realize things that you believe are just instilled behaviors that you were taught to believe. There are things that we were taught that became part of our rituals, but they're really not true. So I want you to think about your story, think about the story you've been told, and then think about your truth. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and I want you to go inside your heart center. Your heart center is where your soul lives, where your intuition lives, where your light lives. And I want you to truly ask yourself, why do you think you're not good enough? And you know what your answer is going to be? The first thing that comes up. Don't filter it. Your soul's going to tell you the truth. 9 times out of 10, someone just told you weren't good enough. It's a belief that was still instilled into your thought pattern. 9 times out of 10, to also children from up to the age of 7, that's when all of our beliefs become ingrained into our mind. So if and you're a little baby, you're a little kid, and up until 7 years old, you're being constantly told, oh, you're doing that wrong, you're not good enough, that's, blah, 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 whatever. Money doesn't grow on trees, you don't know what you're doing. Like, whatever that looks like to you, those are the reasons why you believe that. But guess what? You can choose to switch that switch, just like you're turning on and off a light switch, release that and be like, you know what? That's not a true statement. That is not my truth. I am good enough. I am actually more than good enough, as we all are. We are all imperfectly perfect. Number 3 is, I want you to pay attention how you're talking to yourself. Oh, did that just sting you? Did that just hit a nerve? I think it did. We are guilty of talking down to ourselves. Oh, I'm tired. I'm fat. Ugh, I'm so disorganized. I never get this right. Oh, I can't believe this happened again to me. constantly negative self-talk. That also becomes a learned behavior where it's just second nature, and we're constantly talking negative to ourselves. Your mind hears what you say. Your cells hear what you say. Everything, your body hears what you say. If you're constantly saying, oh, I'm going to get sick. Oh, I'm so run down. I'm going to get sick. Oh, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get run down and you're going to get sick. If you're constantly saying you're fat, you're going to stay in a place of thinking that you're fat, and you're going to keep choosing shitty foods. So again, I am not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I am simply speaking from a place of experience. I have been through these things myself. Stop in your path, and starting today, I want you to catch yourself. Catch how you're talking to yourself and freeze. Just stop in your path and be like, okay, if like, oh, I look horrible, you know what? I think I'm going to go do my hair and put some makeup on so I feel a little better. Oh, I've got bags under my eyes. Oh, I look awful. You know what? I think I'm going to go buy that beautiful cream or order it on Amazon that I've been meaning to treat myself to depuff my eyes a little bit because I just haven't been sleeping good. Oh, I feel so bloated and gross. How about I'm going to start walking 20 minutes a day and drinking more water and start feeling better about myself because I deserve that. Now, I know it sounds so simple and so ridiculous, but these are the tiny changes and shifts that will help you really honor yourself and own the fact that you are enough. That next step is delete, remove, cancel, and limit your exposure to people who are not supportive, who are not supporting your life mission, who are not supporting your soul, who are not on the same page with you. Be very careful of social media, Facebook, Instagram, wherever it is that you're spending a lot of time. If something isn't feeding your soul, nurturing your mind, or really, really giving you something positive in your life, giving you a benefit, nurturing, helping you, supporting you, you need to limit it. I suggest limiting the news. I suggest limiting any negative relationships, switching that all around and making these few changes, because you know what happens? If you're around people that don't feed your soul, it's so much harder to stay in your power. And being in your power is just honoring the amazing, beautiful human you are, and that you are enough. And if you think you're not enough, it's only because somebody told you that. And guess what? A thought is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. So here's saying, I love all of you very much, sending you all massive love and light. Honor yourself enough to really step into your power. And remember, the only person that can decide if you're enough or not is you. Love you. Take care, Maria Fontana.